My beloved, this is a wake-up call from me to your soul. You may not be the smartest person in the room. You may not be the most beautiful. You may not be the richest, the fastest, or the most talented. But if you are disciplined, you are unstoppable. For discipline beats talent. Discipline builds habits. Discipline creates warriors. So today, I will teach you 13 life-changing lessons about self-discipline. Let's go. Lesson 1. Self-discipline means keeping the promises you made to yourself. Self-discipline is not about perfection. It is not about being strong all the time. It is about being honest with yourself. If you say, I'll wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, then wake up. Not because it is easy, but because you promised yourself, even if it is your birthday, even if it rains, even if you do not feel like it. Discipline means you feel the pain, but still do it. Imagine this, you have a goal to work out every morning. One day your alarm rings, it is dark, cold, and you feel sleepy. You tell yourself, maybe just today I can skip. But suddenly you remember, no, I promised myself I am not quitting on me. And you get up. That small moment when you fight against yourself, that is where your future is created. Lesson 2, focus on what you can do right now. Most people lose discipline because their minds are stuck in two places. One, the past. What went wrong? Who hurt them? How many times they failed? 2, the future. What if it doesn't work? What if I fail again? What if people laugh? But real discipline lives in the present, right now, this second, this moment. What can you do right now to become better? Can you get up and walk? Can you open that book? Can you stop scrolling? Then do it. A student who failed math last year might say, I'm bad at this, I'll never learn. But what he ignores is this, he can study one chapter today. He can ask his teacher one question today. Discipline is not about doing everything, it is about doing something right now. And when you repeat that daily, your entire life starts to shift. Lesson 3. The pain of discipline is better than the pain of regret. Here is a truth most people ignore. Both paths have pain, but only one pain leads to success. You can feel the pain of waking up early, or you can feel the pain of failure later. You can feel the pain of working out, or the pain of being unhealthy and tired your whole life. You can feel the pain of saying no to distractions, or the pain of regret that you wasted your time. Think of this, you stay up late watching a movie, you sleep at 2 a.m., you wake up late, you miss your morning goal. You feel lazy, tired, guilty, and then you say, I wish I had slept earlier. That is regret, and it hurts more than discipline. But imagine instead you stop the movie, sleep early, wake up fresh, finish your workout, achieve your goal, and feel proud. That is discipline, and that pride, that self-respect, it is priceless. Lesson 4, learn to say no, even when it is hard. Discipline is not just about what you start doing, it is about what you stop doing. Most people fail at discipline because they do not know how to say this one small word, no. You must understand this. Saying no is not being rude. Saying no is self-respect, it is self-protection. It is saying, I respect my time, my energy, and my goals. When your friends call you out for a random party that does not help your future, say no. When someone offers you gossip instead of growth, say no. When your phone wants your attention, but your goals need your action, say no. Every time you say yes to something useless, you are saying no to something meaningful. People might not like it. They may say you have changed. Yes, you have, because you are building something they cannot even imagine. Let this hit your soul. If you do not learn to say no to distractions, you are saying yes to a life you do not want. Powerful people are not powerful because they do everything. They are powerful because they do the right things. Discipline is not about doing more, it is about doing what matters and ignoring what does not. So from today, be proud to say no. No guilt, no apology, because your dream is not a joke and your time is gold. Lesson 5. Don't tell everyone your plans. Let your success speak. You live in a world where everyone wants to share everything. You start a goal and the first thing people do is post it, announce it, talk about it. But discipline does not need attention. Discipline needs silence. You do not have to tell the world, I'm going to start waking up at 5 a.m. Just wake up. Let your results show. You do not have to tell your friends, I have decided to become more focused. Just focus. Let your growth speak louder than your voice. Here is why. Talking too much about your goals gives your brain a false reward. You feel good for saying it, so you stop doing it. But real discipline is different. It is quiet, it is personal, it is sacred. Think of a tree. When it grows its roots, you do not see anything from outside, but deep under the ground, something powerful is happening. That is your discipline. When you grow in silence, you're not distracted by applause, you're not worried about opinions, you're free to fail, to learn, to rise. And when your results finally show, people will ask, how did you do that? And you will smile because only you know the war you fought silently. So remember this, be loyal to your goal, not to attention. Don't talk, just work. Let your actions shock the world. Lesson 6, be innocent in your work. Fall in love with the process. Most people fail because they are too focused on the reward. They want the money, the fame, the body, the respect. And when it does not come fast, they quit. But discipline is not about chasing results. It is about falling in love with the process, like a child who plays not for winning, but for joy. Be innocent in your effort. Do not worry if people are watching. Do not worry if progress is slow. Just keep doing your best every single day. When you clean your room, clean it like it is your temple. When you study, study like the knowledge is gold. When you work, work like it is your art. Do not always look for rewards because the process is the reward. You do not have to impress anyone. You do not have to compete with anyone. You just have to show up fully, honestly, consistently. That is what discipline really means. To do the right thing with a full heart, even if no one sees it. And slowly something magical happens. You do not just change your results, you change who you are. Because when you love the process, you do not need motivation. You become unstoppable. Lesson 7, 1% motivation, 99% discipline. Most people wait for motivation. They say, I will start working when I feel inspired. I will begin the gym when I am in the mood. I will study when I am motivated. But the truth is brutal. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation is a spark. It burns fast and dies quickly. But discipline, that is the fire you build with your own hands. If you rely on motivation, you will be successful for 2 days. If you build discipline, you will be successful for life. Ask any champion, any legend, any master. They will all tell you the same thing. Most days I did not feel like doing it, but I did it anyway. Discipline is when you show up without a mood. Discipline is when you take action without waiting for a feeling. Discipline is when you say, I do not care how I feel, I care what I promised. Let this hit your mind. You do not brush your teeth only when you are motivated. You do not go to work only when you feel like it. You do it because it is necessary. Now treat your dreams the same way. Motivation is good for starting, but discipline is what finishes the race. Lesson 8. Learn something new every single day. Discipline is not just about habits and schedules. It is about growing your mind. It is about becoming better than who you were yesterday. If you are doing the same thing every day, thinking the same thoughts, living the same life, you are not disciplined. You are just existing. True discipline is the decision to evolve. Make a promise every day. Learn one new thing. It can be small. A new word, a new idea, a new perspective. But it must be new and it must be daily because learning keeps your fire alive. It keeps your mind sharp. It keeps you hungry. You do not need a fancy degree to grow. You need curiosity. You need hunger. You need consistency. Ask yourself every night, what did I learn today? And if the answer is nothing, wake up and change your life. Growth does not always look big. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it is slow. But when you keep learning day after day, you are building a life nobody can take from you. Because knowledge is freedom and discipline is the key that unlocks it. Make decisions from your future self, not your current mood. Discipline is destroyed when you make decisions based on how you feel now instead of who you want to become. Let us say it again slowly. Do not make decisions based on your feelings. Make them based on your future. Your current self might want comfort, sleep more, eat junk, waste time. But your future self, the version of you who is successful, respected, happy, and fulfilled, that version wants effort, pain, growth, and consistency. So every time you're about to decide, ask this powerful question, will this help the future me? Because that is what discipline really is. It is choosing your future self over your current comfort. It is saying, yes, I am tired, but I will still push. It is saying, yes, this is hard, but I will not quit. It is saying, I may not see the result now, but I am building something great. The truth is, every small decision is a brick in the house of your future. Each time you act with discipline, you are writing the story of your life, not with words, but with choices. People who succeed do not always feel powerful. They just train their mind to obey the future, not the feeling. So from today, stop asking yourself, do I feel like it? Start asking, does my future self deserve this? And act like the person you want to become. Protect your mornings. Own the first hour of your day. The way you start your day is the way you shape your life. Discipline begins not at 10 a.m., not after lunch. It begins the moment you open your eyes. If you control your morning, you will control your life. But if your morning controls you, then you are always one step behind. You wake up, you check your phone, you lose. You hit snooze 3 times, you lose. You start the day with chaos and rush, you lose. The first hour of your day is your mind's most powerful hour. It is like wet cement. Whatever you write on it stays for the rest of the day. So write something powerful. Wake up like a warrior. Wake up and remind yourself what you're fighting for. Do not wait for the world to motivate you. Motivate yourself. Read something powerful. Move your body. Plan your day. Repeat your goals. Even if it is just 15 minutes, make it sacred. Because if you do not own your morning, the world will own your day. And if the world owns your day, you will always live by accident, not by purpose. Disciplined people do not just wake up early. They wake up with intention. They understand that mornings are not just for starting, they are for becoming. So protect your mornings like a lion protects its cub. Lesson 11, don't wait for perfect. Discipline begins with what you have. One of the biggest lies that stops people is this: I'll start when everything is ready. No, you will not, because nothing will ever be perfect. You will never feel 100% ready. You will never have all the resources, all the confidence, all the time. Winners do not wait for perfect. They start with broken tools. They start when it is messy. They start with fear in their chest and doubt in their mind, but they start. Discipline is not about the perfect plan. It is about doing what you can with what you have right now. You have 10 minutes, use it. You have an old book, read it. You have a body, move it. You have pain, turn it into power, because here is the truth. You do not need a perfect start. You just need a strong heart. Lesson 12, set rules for yourself and follow them like laws. Discipline becomes easier when you have boundaries. The problem is most people live without rules. They just react to life. Here is the key. Make your own rules. Write them down. Respect them and follow them like they are unbreakable laws. Set a rule. I do not eat after 9 p.m. I do not check social media until after my work is done. I write my goals every night before bed. I do not sleep unless I've done my task for the day. Now here is the powerful part. These rules are not for the world. They are for you. And keeping them builds self-trust. Every time you follow your own rules, your mind says, I trust you now, you're serious. And that trust becomes confidence, and that confidence becomes momentum, and that momentum becomes power. Lesson 13, replace I can't with I must. Let us be honest, most people are slaves to their language. They say, I can't wake up early, I can't stop scrolling, I can't focus. And then they live according to those words. I say to you, I must wake up early. I must control my mind. I must change my life. Not because it is easy, not because it is fun, but because the future demands it. I can't is an excuse. I must is a command. Let this sink deep. Your mind listens to your words more than anything else. So when you say, I must, your brain prepares for battle. Your body stands up. Your spirit awakens. Start talking to yourself like a champion. Not a victim, not a quitter, not a weak version of yourself. Say it loud, I must become disciplined because my future depends on it. And once you shift your words, you will shift your actions. And once your actions shift, your entire life will begin to rise.